Welcome in and welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we've got another anime to add to our journal. It's also another one of our anime must-watches, which I'm really happy about. I was really determined to cross both this and Frieren off of the list before the new seasons come out, so that if I want, I can watch both of season 2s as they launch. I'm torn between doing that or just waiting for the entire season to drop and binge watching it in one time. I don't know if I'll be able to wait the entire time before I get to the end, so we'll see what happens. We've got a couple of challenges on this one as well to cross off, which I'm also really happy about. I love being able to fill in more of my pages as we go. I didn't fill out my alphabet challenge for Frieren, and there was a pretty good reason for that. I just felt like because I'd watched so much of Frieren before the year had even started, it just kind of, I don't know, it felt like a cheat. So I haven't added it in. Maybe if we only have like F left at the end of the year, I'll add it in as a consolation prize. But no, I didn't add it in, but I have added it in for Hell's Paradise, which is our newest addition to the journal. I also finished this on the 1st of January. I literally binged this season so quickly. It was a really easy watch, which was awesome. So a quick rundown of Hell's Paradise and what it's about. This follows Gabimaru the Hollow, who is an immortal ninja assassin who's offered a pardon from execution if he travels to the mysterious island of Shinsenkyo to find the legendary elixir of life. Accompanied by his death row executioner, Sagiri, and a host of other convicts, they must battle monstrous inhabitants and their creators in order to survive and find the elixir. It's produced by MAPPA, which is originally what drew me to it, as they have an animation style and a flair that I just love. The plot is very battle royale coded, so you can expect a lot of fight scenes, a lot of violence, and a lot of death. Just a quick note about how we're building these little book doors. I think these are really cute. I was originally only going to do them for my book journal entries, and I wanted to do like a different style of them for anime and then for games, but I couldn't find one that really worked for all three. So we're just doing the same book style and book cover idea for all of our entries. But yeah, I think these turned out really well. I think they're really cute. They allow me to have like a little quote inside as well. So yeah, I really like how they've kind of come out. The only thing I will say is that the spacing's not quite right, and you'll see I start adding in extra bits that I kind of want to have, like extra information. It's not quite right yet. I still haven't quite decided the final draft of what this looks like, but we'll edit it as we go and see what it looks like. So there's some things that I liked about this and there's some things that I didn't like, unfortunately. Let's talk about what I liked. The fight scenes are really fluid and they've got a ton of detail. I am such a sucker for a well animated fight scene or action sequence. These felt fresh. Despite how often they occurred, they never got boring, which was awesome. I also really like the main characters and their growth. Gabimaru's realisation that he has something to live for and the growth he goes through is really great. And Sagiri learning to push past her fears and accept that her accomplishments are warranted is also a delight. The visuals and art style are, they're the main reason that I started watching it in the first place. I was obsessed with Attack on Titan when it first came out. That was MAPPA originally. They have an art style that's just really gorgeous. To me, it's really clean and really full of expression. And so that really drew this to me in the first place. Visually, the island of Shinsenkyo is really, it's like a brilliant juxtaposition between life and death. So the island is inhabited with violent, monstrous creatures, yet it's completely populated with fauna in full bloom. It's just gorgeous. The colour scheme is like a mix of reds and yellows and oranges, which, if anything, makes the despair of being trapped on an island filled with near certain death like even more horrifying. Super cool. So what didn't I like about the show? The pacing was a bit of an issue for me. This isn't a long season, I think it's like 13 episodes, and the first half feels really hurried, and it isn't like until we whittle down the cast to kind of just the main characters that it seems to settle down. I just felt the pacing from very calm to disastrous to very calm to disastrous was a bit just whiplashy, and it wasn't as enjoyable as I thought it would be. The characters are actually, on the whole, another thing that didn't quite hit for me. And this is a problem I have when anime introduce so many characters at the same time with branching storylines all at once. I find it really hard to connect with most of them. So other than a select few, there's Shion, the blind executioner, and Yuzuriya, who's another convict that partners with Gabimaru. Pretty much the rest of the cast I didn't really care about. I didn't connect with any of the other survivors. And that was a shame, because it meant that there were certain scenes and certain parts of episodes that I just couldn't get invested in. I just wasn't interested in at all. Now, I understand that with a show like this, many of these characters are expected to be cannon fodder, I get that. But the majority of the deaths elicited like very little emotion from me, which was a bit of a letdown. The ending track as well, I'm so sorry. The opening track is great. The opening track is like a ska kind of vibe. It felt quite different to a lot of openings that I've heard, and I quite enjoyed it. But the ending track is just, I just dislike this so much. I get it. Ending themes tend to be weaker than the openings, and that's okay, but this just, it felt like such a different vibe from the rest of the show that it was actually really jarring to listen to. I like almost immediately skipped it every single time it came on, because it just, no, it didn't hit at all. I'm so sorry. I wanted to like it, but I could not. I actually struggled with what quotes to add in for this one. Not because there weren't a lot, I think looking back there were, but this is the kind of show where I kind of got lost in it a bit. And I found it really difficult to think back on like individual dialogue moments that I really liked. So I did have to do a bit of Googling to just give me inspiration. And the one that I fell on at the end of it all, I actually ended up writing down wrong. It's slightly abbreviated from what the actual quote is, so never mind. But it isn't that you feel nothing, it's simply that you're averting your gaze. I just really liked that. I thought it was really clean, really good. Overall, I think if you're a fan of Battle Royale-esque storylines and you want something that's heavy on violence with some interesting story beats, I'd say give this a shot. It's fun, it's really colourful, it's animated really well, and there are some characters and storylines outside of the main plot that you'll really care about towards the end. Unfortunately for me, I couldn't push this past the 3 stars, but I have really high hopes for season 2, so fingers crossed. Thanks for coming along with me today. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. That would be really appreciated. If you want to watch more from me and more in this season, then you can hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next update. Bye!